The sun hung low in the sky, casting a golden glow over the dusty town of Iron Ridge. The sound of hooves echoed through the empty streets as the saloon doors creaked in the breeze. In the distance, Rose McCallister, the strong-willed owner of the saloon, stood tall against the setting sun. Inside, the saloon was filled with the soft glow of lanterns. Whiskey bottles lined the shelves, and the clink of poker chips filled the air. This was Rose's domain, and she ruled it with a steady hand. Rose wasn't just the town's saloon owner. She was a woman who had seen it all, the good, the bad, and the dangerous. A lone rider appeared through the dust storm, his silhouette cutting through the desert. Jack Whip Malone, a notorious gunslinger, had arrived in Iron Ridge with nothing but his revolvers and the clothes on his back. Jack's eyes narrowed as he approached the town. His past was filled with violence, but there was something different about Iron Ridge, a place where he hoped to find peace. As the saloon doors swung open, a hush fell over the room. All eyes turned to Jack, and for a moment, even the poker game stopped. But his gaze was set on one woman, the one who could break his heart and perhaps save it. The years between them had faded into the background as they sat across from each other, speaking of what was lost and what could still be. Jack spoke of the years they'd been apart, and Rose smiled softly, the warmth of his words stirring the old emotions she had buried for so long. Without a second thought, Jack reached across the table and brushed her hand. A simple touch, but it spoke volumes of the years lost and the feelings they couldn't deny. Outside of Iron Ridge, the railroad men were closing in, their presence looming over the town like a dark cloud. Jack and Rose knew it was only a matter of time before the lawlessness of the frontier collided with corporate greed. Together, they made plans to defend the town. The fight for Iron Ridge would be their last stand. The tension between them built as the railroad men grew closer. With every moment that passed, Jack and Rose knew they would have to face the oncoming storm together. Unbeknownst to Jack, betrayal was already lurking. Robert Ford, one of his trusted men, had made a deal with the railroad men. His loyalty was no longer to Jack, but to the reward that waited. Jack's suspicions grew. The more he saw, the clearer it became. Ford was betraying him. The trust they had built now lay in tatters. Jack approached Ford, his voice cold with anger. "You sold me out, Ford," he said, as his fingers brushed the handle of his revolver. Rose and Jack knew that the railroad men would stop at nothing to claim Iron Ridge. The final stand had arrived. The town would either survive or fall. As the gunshots rang out, Jack and Rose dove into the fight with fierce resolve. The battle for the town had begun, and there would be no turning back. As the battle raged, a bullet grazed Rose's arm. She winced in pain but never faltered, knowing the fight was far from over. Amidst the chaos, Jack made a sacrifice that no one expected. Realizing he could never leave this life behind, he made the choice to face the law for the sake of Rose and Iron Ridge. Jack walked up to Rose, their eyes meeting one last time. There were no words between them, only the silent understanding of what had to be done. As Jack rode out of Iron Ridge, Rose stood alone in the town square, knowing that this was the last time she would see him. Iron Ridge was saved, but at a cost. Years passed, and Rose McCallister became the heart of Iron Ridge, leading the town with strength and resilience, just as she had always done. Under Rose's guidance, Iron Ridge became a symbol of the spirit of the frontier. The town was not just a place, it was a legacy. Looking at the horizon, Rose knew that Iron Ridge would always be a place where freedom and courage lived on, just as Jack had left it.